in our country. It was called mutual assured destruction. And that's what the United States is risking right now. In addition to that, we've got the Fourth Fleet rushing to Latin America in a revival of gunboat diplomacy to threaten people who, instead of voting their fears, voted their values. And they got leaders like Lula in Brazil, and Chavez in Venezuela, and Morales in Bolivia, and Correa in Ecuador, and in Paraguay they just elected a former Catholic priest, a believer in liberation theology, to be their president through the power of voting one's values. And then you look at the situation in this country where we're threatening war, not taking care of the needs of our own people, and deliberately mistreating people who come into this country as a result of the policies that are implemented in Washington, D.C. by the two corporate parties. And so we have a whole political season based on the us versus them, and targeting individuals for the way they look or their status in this country or the God that they pray to. And you say, what the heck is going on in this country? But thank goodness there are some people who 20 years ago understood that the solution to our problems can't be found in those who create those problems, the Democrat and Republican Party. And because you all believed in working, in self-determination really, and making another political reality possible, I remember meeting where I can't see because of the light. Yes. Liberty Tree. Ben! Yes! I met Ben in a airport coffee shop. How many years ago was that?
That was 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And at that time I had just gotten kicked out of Congress for the first time. And he was preaching the good news of the Green Party to me then. And now, because of this and all of you, I have the opportunity to go into communities all over this country and preach now the good news of the Green Party in places that the Green Party hasn't been before. But the Green Party was there spiritually and ideologically because the Green Party wrote a platform that included everybody. They wrote the 10 key values that included everybody. The 4 pillars that included everybody. And so our challenge now is to make sure that everybody is as welcome in the Green Party as I have now been made to feel. As I traveled around the country, and I would go to cities all the way up in Maine and Iowa and here, and I watched the temperature gauge on the car go to -8 in Minnesota. And every time I would go back to Georgia, my mom would say, did they accept you? Because, of course, we're from Georgia. And racial politics is extremely deep in the South, probably all over the South. But that was our experience. And my mother couldn't believe that there was a community of politically devoted activists who could accept someone who thinks like me. And I said, Mama, there's a whole party of them that think like me. And thank goodness for you. So it's really an honor for the Green Party to accept me as they have, and to accept my running mate, Rosa Clemente. I love her to death. I love her to life. And Rosa came to me because of my interest in the counterintelligence program. And I looked at things that happened in the 1960s and 1970s and saw parallels in what was happening with the hip-hop community today. And so I began to look at how our government treated or treats cultural icons. So we began with Paul Robeson, and we ended up with Tupac Shakur. And then in the middle of this investigation, we discovered that the Miami Herald and the Los Angeles Times and the New York Times had all written stories about law enforcement special units that had been set up for no other reason than the surveillance of potentially politically active members who were singers and entertainers of the hip-hop generation. And then, of course, when we began to hold congressional briefings on the subject, there was no one who was any more knowledgeable and any more active with those very cultural icons, hip-hop singers and entertainers, than was Rosa Clemente. She brings so much to the Green Party with her enthusiasm and her activism, and she was a member of the Green Party long before I was. But I do have a secret that I will share with you. I did vote for the Green Party in 2000. I did vote for the Green Party in 2004. So I've been green for a very long time. I think that the values of the Green Party, the values of the activists of the Green Party, are the majority values in our country. And there's no way that people can look at what's happening now with the two political parties and think that those parties represent their values. I know that there's a place for the Green Party in U.S. politics. And the 200 local elected officials that we have in the Green Party very soon will move up to the state level. Very soon we will have representation in the United States Congress as well. I'm very proud to be a member of the Green Party, and thank you very much for the warmth that you've shown me. Power to the people.
Thank you, Cynthia. And next, I will bring to you the treasurer of the 48th Green Party, Nelson Eisman.